She's black, he's Jewish. They're married. Oy vey.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to She's Black, He's Jewish, They're Married, Are They? I know it's snowing outside, so we want you to cuddle up with someone you love. You know what? Even if you just like them a little bit, we want you to laugh, and if you can laugh and come and take care of your partner, that's wonderful. Now, why is that? You know Black Jew Love Technology always has a theme for today. Remember our motto, if a black and a Jew can find love, so can you. Our theme today is giving, the importance of giving. She works hard for the money, yeah. So hard for it, honey, yeah. She works hard for the money, so you better treat her right. Treat her right. Yeah, he works hard for his money, yes he does. So hard for it, honey, yes he does. He works hard for his money, so you better treat him right. Right now, because he sacrifices working day and night for very little money on tips. But it's worth it all, even though they know that the people serve them think they're lower than shit. They serve the people who want food or drinks. They don't tip them 'cause they think their shit don't stink. And all the people who serve them go home with no pay. Why? Because they work hard for the money, yeah. They work hard for the money, yeah. They work hard for the money, so you better tip them right. Why? 'Cause when they go in the kitchen and they mess with your food, maybe you'll change your mind. That's right. Giving is important. How you treat people is important. You see, because my mother always told me this, Epstein, and I think it's something that has stayed with me. If you want to know who a person really is, do two things. One, shut up and listen, because people love to talk about themselves. That's the most important thing. And then if you want to see them really active, all you got to do is see how they act in a restaurant.
You know something, your mother's southern wisdom always comes through,
That's
Hassan.
right, that's right.
Because a restaurant is actually a theatrical piece. If you really look at it, everybody's playing a role.
That's
and
right.
how you behave in that restaurant usually says a lot about you.
That's right.
And we were thinking about this because there was recently this blog. It actually came out this week, written by a guy named Kyle Smith. You know, he writes for the NewYorkPost.com. And he wrote, you know, waiters and waitresses at New York's self-consciously hot restaurants need to cool it a bit. I don't care how charming you are on your auditions. I'm not here to make friends.
Ooh.
Frankly, Garcon, I don't even want to know your name. I don't care that your name is Jason. Please don't tell me. Because by the time you talk about the specials, I've already forgotten your name, douche. You know, and strangely enough, he calls them waitrons, New York waitrons. That's his generic term for both sexes. They don't even serve anything anymore, he says. They seem to view themselves as party planners or masters of ceremonies. After taking the order, they disappear and give way to a series of surly Mexican busboys who do the food delivery, the cleaning, the waiting, the refining of the water
They run the
glasses.
restaurant.
And what's with the squatting while you tell me about the specials? I know your waiter's handbook says you get more tips that way because you remind us of a cute, subservient creature that we actually like a golden retriever. But it's juvenile. Stand up and be a man. We know you're a server, but be a man. Actually, you know what? You're a servant, so serve.
Wow.
And he goes on to say a lot more.
Wow.
And, you know, I got to thinking about this guy. This is the kind of guy that he basically wants you to be his slave. He's actually saying you're a servant. You're not a server, you're a servant. And Hassan, if you're this kind of pompous ass, you need to marry or date a pompous ass just like yourself.
Absolutely.
Because how you treat servers, how you treat people who are supposedly beneath you says a lot about you.
Well, let me tell you, Epstein, I told you my mother has a friend, Christian woman in church,
Right.
six days a week.
Right.
Took her to a restaurant and she changed. And she's like this. Whenever a white person serves her, she goes back to slavery.
Really?
She's nasty to
Really?
them.
She's
mean
like a
to
role
them.
reversal
Oh, yeah.
thing.
This woman is in church 6 days a week
6 days
talking,
a week. And then treating people like shit.
And I'm going to tell you something. She got wet from it.
She gets wet.
Oh,
she gets
turns
wet
her
from
on.
ordering the white
it's like,
people
I
around.
get my chance. Oh, she's nasty.
Yeah.
She's mean. And she don't leave no tip.
Well, this is what it is, Hassan. You
Hate
know,
that.
in Europe, like he mentions in Europe, wages are very different. But in Europe, they get paid a living wage. You see, here in America, they have to act a certain way because they're basically working for tips. They're basically prostitutes in a certain way because the customer determines their salary. It's sort of like being a hooker in a certain way. You know, and people love to mistreat people that they think are beneath them.
That's right. We can't help it. If
I
we
hate
get a
that,
little
Hassan.
power.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate when people, they think because you're a waiter or you're a busboy that you are lower than
I mean,
them.
look at you and I. I'm a black, you're a Jew. We could go there.
That's
on
right.
each
We could
other.
go
and
there.
We never do
You're the
that
kind
in
of
a
black
restaurant.
person. You know what I like about you in a
What?
black because you don't have a lot of attitude. You're not
I
like
hide mine.
You
I know
hide
how to
your
hide
attitude,
mine.
yeah.
See,
Because
yeah.
you're smart enough to know that
Yeah,
if you fuck
yeah.
with the waitress, they can go in the back and
spit on your
they
food.
can piss in your
Oh,
minestrone
I would
soup.
be doing everything.
You know?